Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Great Lakes D&D. We've got the crew back together for episode 3. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Devin. Let's get this episode going.
Let's get it going. Now, I am here at the table with...
I'm Joel. I play Chopper.
This is Shaggy, and I play Ace.
I'm Mason, and I play Luffy.
I'm Josh, and I play Salus.
And, of course, I am Devin, your Dungeon Master. And, without further ado, welcome back to Dalthea. We are going to pop this episode off with a quick recap. Now, last time you guys were here, you guys managed to escape from the crashed ship that you guys had arrived on Dalthea on, which, in all reality, was your guys' initial destination. You guys managed to explore through the exploration shuttle and find a small ball of energy that you guys determined to be what powered the drilling drones that were used along your guys' journey while you guys were in sleep to drill for Broden. After you guys were done exploring the exploration shuttle, you guys found a set of footprints in the sand, and you guys started to follow them. At which point, led you guys through the desert and into a different segment of this desert where you guys found a small oasis with a single tree with no leaves. Not paying much attention to this tree with no leaves, you guys continued to follow the footprints, at which point led you to a collapsed rock wall in the canyon. You guys managed to start making your way back with a new goal, I guess, to go explore the cave that was west of the crashed ship. Before you guys got out of this segment of the canyon, though, where there was an oasis, you guys discovered this tree had been following you. At which point, you guys interrogated him slightly, but because he was a Delphian, killed him, basically. After which, you guys walked back through the section of the canyon where the crashed ship was. You guys found yourselves at the mouth of this cave that was west, and stopped for a second and realized that there is another pathway that led southwest. At which, you guys decided to venture there before going into the cave. You guys, walking down through this section, basically found yourselves face to face with a giant chasm in the southern-western section of this canyon. At which point, the decision to throw Chopper across was made, and successfully at that. After which, he found himself landing in a pile of bones. After this, each of you tried to work together to try and get across this canyon, making a sort of tightrope to try and climb across, which, of course, Ace, being the lightest out of the 3 that were standing on the other side, that being Ace himself, Luffy, and Salix, Ace was the lightest. At this point, Ace started to crawl across this tightrope. The rope let loose, and he is now currently plummeting into this chasm, touching onto this rope. Now, Ace, I need you to roll a d20.
12.
You slam into the side of this rock face that is down in this chasm. Now, you weren't too far across the rope, thankfully, but because of your d20 roll that you just had, you lose your grip on the rope. You begin to fall. And as you begin to fall, you probably fall another maybe 10 feet and land on a small plateau that is on the side of this rock face. The plateau that you landed on is not big whatsoever. If you had fallen straight down, you probably could have landed a foot on it and stepped on it and stayed there, but because you were falling after slamming into a rock face, you were basically falling and landing on this, like, on your back. You managed to land in a way that you're not going to take damage, but you also managed to roll off of it, and you continue plummeting into this chasm. Now, for those of you that are standing on the surface, Chopper of which was the one that let go of the rope.
You told me to let go.
He told us to let go.
You yelled let go.
What?
Who cares? It's happened, it happened. We need to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, did I let him go? No. The raccoon let him go.
I'm done with you guys. Ace, you alright? Ace, you alright? Ace, you alright?
He's still falling, yeah?
By this point, you're probably just about done falling. Because of how deep this chasm is, your voice is probably echoing down, and right as it begins to echo down, Ace, you find yourself all of a sudden just in water.
Ace, you okay down there? What's going on?
Yeah, man, I landed in some water. That was pretty shitty, but I'm good. Thanks for letting me go.
Now, down in this water, because obviously you're, an air breather. I mean, your helmet has come up, and now you're like down in this pool of water. Down here, it's dark. I mean, the only light that's coming from this like pool of water is what's shining up above, and because of how far it is, like you are basically immersed in just black.
Oh boy!
How much rope do we have?
I have 50 feet. Salix has 50 feet.
Hey guys, if you tie your rope together, maybe you can get me the fuck out of here, and I don't have to be in this dark cave anymore.
Do you know how far you fell?
Sheesh, I don't know. Save
All
me.
right.
Just get me out of here.
Okay, hey,
Right now, you're still under the water.
Oh,
You got your helmet.
Oh, never mind. I have my helmet on. Thank God for that. It's pretty cool. I'm okay.
So do you swim up to the surface?
For sure.
And now you're kind of looking up, and from looking around, you kind of see that this essentially cave is probably 200 feet down.
Hey guys, it's probably like 200 feet down here, give or take, You should still try to save my ass, though.
how do we do it?
I don't know, man. It's dark down here. You want to just figure something out, huh?
Now.
Throw the raccoon down here. He'll figure it out.
I second that plan.
You guys are on the other side
thing,
of the
yeah,
canyon.
good thing you
Thank
guys
God.
are on the other side.
Thank
I
God.
take a few steps away.
He's across the chasm. Paws raised. Hell no. So,
I ain't
Ace,
doing that again.
as you're down here in this pool of water, and you're kind of doing, just a swim to keep yourself above surface, your helmet comes back off because you're above surface now. And I need you to roll a perception check. It's a natural 1.
That's a 1, huh?
Yeah.
That's a natural 1.
Okay, all right.
With a natural
context,
1, you look around and you see there is... God, I can't believe you got a natural 1.
It's tough
The
sometimes.
worst possible.
You turn around and see that behind you... So basically where you're facing, down in this pool of water, if you were looking ahead, up above, that is where Luffy and Salix are. Behind you would be where Chopper is at. Now, behind you, down in this chasm, you see a small cave opening. But it's just up high enough on a little rock plateau that you probably can't get to it just yourself.
Okay, bet. I'll come down.
Come on down, boys.
Yeah,
The
I
water's
said
fine.
if we jump in the water, we're not going to take damage. It's only 200 feet. I think we can survive that. We pencil dive.
Well, what if there's no other way? You saying all of us should go down there?
At least somebody to go help him, and then we can split off into 2 groups.
So
Yeah, but we don't know if there's a way out, or if it's just
There's got to be something.
giant
it's not just a
chasm.
cave. Okay.
What do you think?
What are you guys are both barbarians?
Yeah, but I'm A raccoon.
I say we split up the barbarians, and then each of us will get a barbarian.
Throw the raccoon down!
Raccoon, you better jump! You better do this for your country!
Like I said, I'm a raccoon. I'm not gonna be able to pull him out of the water.
Yeah, but he can throw you, and then
He can throw me up, but I probably can't pull him out of the water. And
I think
Yeah, Salix should
Think we get the rope from the raccoon.
Yep.
We
Like
get his
that
rope. We tie.
Everybody has
50 feet of rope.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Whose rope did we take
Wait,
to initially go down?
if all four
Exactly.
of us...
Wait.
Wait, yeah, if all four of us has 50 feet, that's
We
200
have
feet.
Ace's rope.
Yeah.
We use Ace's rope to get across. He's the one at the bottom of the chasm.
We
If
still have
we
his-
tie all 50
You
feet
didn't
of
let
rope
go.
together,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Quick math, that's 200.
that's
Yeah,
200
that's 200,
feet, and it
so
reaches to the bottom.
Throw
your rope over.
Or we could just waste them.
Get me the fuck out of here!
Or we're gonna have one person jump.
He
as,
didn't take any damage, and he hit a rock.
That's what I'm saying.
One person jumps as the other person ties all the ropes together.
Exactly.
Okay, then get everybody out.
Yeah.
Okay,
You guys
fine.
search the
Okay,
cave,
okay,
and
okay.
then we'll get everyone
So
up.
you are going to have to throw your rope
Yeah, I
over
toss
to
my
us.
rope over to you guys.
50 feet.
Can't
I'm gonna
make
have
it.
you roll a
Hold on.
No, let's
Let me
tie
think,
it.
let me
Let's
think,
tie
let
it
me
to
think,
a. Let's
think
tie
about
it to a
this.
bone, so it's
No.
easier for you to.
I got
Yeah,
it.
you
I got
gotta
it.
wait.
No.
You gotta wait.
I got it. Toss one of your javelins over. Tie it to the other rope. And then, toss it over.
Don't listen to that fucking
I have a
raccoon, just get me out of here!
So
Wait.
basically,
Okay, yeah, I'm going to tie my rope to my javelin.
And then tie it to the other rope.
Yeah,
So
and
it
then we
connects
just
over.
drag both
I'm going to
ropes
pull up the javelin after I tie my rope to it. You're going to pull it over.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
it doesn't fall.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So then
So-
we all three tie our ropes and we drop it down. And Joel's gonna jump, or are we just pulling him?
I
out?
thought you were going to jump.
Well,
you guys go search
Well,
the
wait,
cave,
if
'cause
we
I'm not
tie our
gonna-
ropes up, we don't have to have
No,
another dude
we
jump.
can search.
Corbin can just climb.
But we can search it still.
Oh, you're right.
We can search it
We
still.
Ace.
We should.
So, what I'm understanding currently right now is Luffy is taking rope and tying it to your javelin and throwing it over the chopper, correct?
Yes.
My 100 feet of rope, though.
Yeah.
Well, 150 feet.
No, the 100 feet.
You would
You're
have-
not taking his just yet. You're just doing the
Okay,
100 feet
okay.
first.
We have Ace's rope.
Yeah.
You
it's-
still have our rope.
Yeah. He's gonna tie his rope to Ace's rope, throw a javelin over to me. I'm gonna tie my rope to that javelin, take the javelin out of the ground. He's gonna pull the javelin back over.
Okay. I'm gonna take and pull up his rope, tie it, Ace's rope, tie it to my spear, take my rope, tie it to the end of Ace's rope, and then I'm gonna wind up here, and I'm gonna fucking chuck it. Nice arc, hopefully, and then stick it on the other side. That's what I want to do.
Roll a performance.
Okay.
We rolled a 13.
Yep. Plus 8, so 21.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot I'm a bard, so my performance is lit.
So this rope and javelin land next to Chopper.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my rope, tie it to that javelin, and then all I'm gonna do is just pull the javelin out of the ground.
Okay.
He's just gonna pull it back.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I got the other side of the rope over here. Because we had 100 feet of rope.
Okay. Alright. So now currently what we have here is 200 feet of rope with a javelin at the end of it.
Yes.
Well, the javelin's kind of in the middle of it, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, because he's gonna untie my rope.
No,
and
because
tie
I
it to the other
tied
end.
the.
I'm assuming
Because he
what
has the
happened is Chomper probably untied the javelin, tied his rope to that rope, and then tied the javelin at the end again.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
That'll work.
So,
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
As-
that's a lot easier. That's
as
a lot easier.
this is happening, Ace is down in this chasm, swimming in water, trying to keep his head above the surface. With this rope, you guys throw it down to the chasm, right?
Yeah, with my spear and
Goes right
stuck
through
into the ground.
Now,
That's hard to
nobody's
figure.
climbing down?
No, I definitely want to check out this. Is the chasm? No, the chasm his side, yeah?
Yeah, you guys are standing on both sides of it.
Yes.
You
but
guys
the
are
cave,
standing.
the cave.
The cave is on
is
his
on my
side.
side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So should we stick it on your side?
I can't stick it down that well.
Yeah, but I can throw it. And then you can
But-
climb down right into the cave.
Yeah, but the 200 feet will then shorten. Because you could throw it farther than what you need it to be. Because you need it to be right at the very end.
Ace is down there just swimming. Alright, what's everybody doing up there?
I know.
It would
Okay.
be easier to stick it on your side.
Okay, and then just climb down?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fuck it.
Why do you want to go down there?
There's a cave, dude. There's not.
There could be something down there. I agree with that. If I was on that side, I would climb down the rope.
Okay, let's do it then.
So it should.
I weigh 180 pounds.
Don't mind me, guys. Just swimming down here.
Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna stab it in, let fucking Corbin climb up a little bit if you want.
Alright, so now we have a free-flowing rope, and
Javelin.
Ace is down there, and you see Ace, through this darkness, a rope come tumbling down.
I grabbed the rope.
Okay.
Pull me up, fuckers! Get me out of here! Pull me up, fuckers! Get me out of here! Pull me up, fuckers! Get me out of here! Pull me up, fuckers! Get me out of here!
Pull yourself up! You begin to climb up. You get about, I'd say, 30 feet up, and I'm going to have you do a strength check, obviously.
12.
Plus your strength.
My strength is +1.
+1. 13. You are doing alright. You're not doing too bad.
Okay, I'm gonna hold the rope just in case, too.
Okay.
Just in case. You never know.
Now, this is where the Nat 1 really screwed you. As you're climbing up, you take a look around and you notice these small pockets in the side of this chasm wall. And another thing you notice is web. Now, about 120 feet up, all of a sudden you hear a hissing noise. As you see a spider come out and look down at you. Now, as I said, you're about 30 feet up, and the spider is quite a ways above you. He looks down at you.
Guys, I could really use you to, take me out of here. Pull me up at any time. There's a spider down here, and I don't like spiders very much.
Yeah, wait, but if we pull you up, it's going into the spider.
I shoot the spider with my pistol thing.
Okay. Roll for a performance.
I missed the tower completely.
You miss.
7.
Sheesh.
You miss.
80.
He
Somebody
shoots.
shoot this fucking thing.
He shoots a bolt of energy out of his laser pistol. And as he does this, he hits the chasm wall. As you do this, all of these pockets on the chasm wall,
Hope you have fun.
you hear hissing noises that just fills this whole entire chasm. Spiders begin to emerge out of these cavern walls, and all of a sudden the spider that you shot at, it almost looks like it shifts for a minute and looks down at you, and it chews the rope.
To choose the rope.
Okay, I'm just
Choose
gonna
the
say.
Does it break?
He's trying.
I'm gonna let go. I'm going underwater. I'm gonna breathe through
Yeah,
the suit.
I'm jumping down and trying.
I'm gonna hide in the water because my helmet's gonna come up.
If he's letting go of the rope, I'm taking out my fucking javelin and jumping.
Okay, so Ace, let's
Taking
go
out
for
your
rope.
javelin?
Taking out my javelin from the ground.
falling back in the water.
There's no point. I have the rope on it, so. And I'm jumping.
So Ace falls down into the water.
I'm gonna go underwater and I'm gonna hope these guys get me out of here.
Your helmet comes back up. You're
We're not
underwater,
getting you out of there
and
now.
all of a sudden, Luffy pulls the rope back up, and I'm assuming
With the rope.
redistributes it.
No, I'm taking the rope off my javelin.
Yeah.
Just my javelin.
Okay.
He redistributes the rope to everybody. I'm assuming just kind of
Well, I
tosses yours.
say he keeps it over on that side.
And
Yeah, I just
whatever.
hold on to all of it.
And takes his javelin.
Fucking Hail Mary, jump it. And then I'm gonna
Does a sick
throw my
fucking
javelin of lightning with my 1 daily fucking lightning attribute.
Ooh.
Cause fuck this spider, we're safe for
You do this as you're falling.
as I'm falling, yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll basically like Arcana.
Arcana? Okay,
Yeah.
not performance for throwing the bitch in the air.
It'd be essentially you're trying to like handle a bolt of energy now at this point.
Okay, let's look at my action javelin. Yeah. Oh, it is a magic weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
That's a nat one.
Another nat one.
So, Luffy, as you fall, you let out this battle cry.
As I'm falling down.
You feel this javelin in your hands begin to charge up with this immense energy. And you basically kind of target the spider that was chewing on the rope. Like, you kind of notice where he was at. You send this bolt of energy into the little pocket where that spider's at. And as you do this, you kind of like hit one of the sides of the wall, kind of. Okay. And the javelin falls from your hands, and it just manages to fall to the right of you into one of the pockets of this cavern, about 120, 30 feet up. And you continue to fall after that and go into the water.
Oh, hey, Luffy.
Yeah, fuck that.
Luffy, you good down there?
No, dude, I lost my javelin.
Do you see anything?
There's some spiders down here, and I tried killing it, and it didn't fucking work.
Now, both of you, I guess, yeah, I won't even say anything yet. Well, what do you guys do up at the surface? Because you guys are all separated.
That was probably the dumbest thing you could have done, Chopper, huh?
Dumbest thing I could have done.
He could have done.
Oh, he could have done.
So what's happening now is Salix is like talking shit kind of about Luffy. Luffy's down in the water like, hey, I can hear you.
Luffy, that arrogant asshole.
I just starts going nuts.
At least I did something. He fucking tried, you bastards. Get me out of here.
I came up with the idea for the rope.
You didn't do shit. I'm still down here, and so is Luffy. Get us out of
Just
here.
because you're scared of spiders, not my fault.
Oh, you're a pain in my ass, you fucking wrecker.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot it with my pistol now. Fuck it.
Okay, so basically you guys are trying to fight now?
Open fire.
100%. Let's
Can
go.
we see
Roll for
it?
initiative.
You guys are looking down, and basically all it kind of looks like is just darkness.
Okay, fuck this. I'm gonna orb of light this bitch.
Like, what you basically can see is almost like the slanted tops of what would kind of be like the pockets of that these spiders are emerging out of. But you, like, from the top, before, you guys wouldn't be able to depict that it was spider, like, pockets.
Okay.
So, but past, like, the first, like, maybe 20 feet of this chasm, it goes completely black.
Okay. All right.
So,
Well, Chopper, do we just jump at this point?
I'm scared of heights, but fuck it.
Hold on. I'm gonna cast daylight. A 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from the point of choose within range, which is 60 feet.
okay.
And the sphere bright and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet, so total of 120 feet.
Mhm.
If you choose a point on an object you are holding, okay, no, if any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of darkness created by a spell. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna pass that. Light this bitch up. I'm gonna take out my Orb of Dragonkind and use one of its fucking abilities here. Pretty much like a fluorescent light bulb.
Kind of just illuminating from where you're at.
Like white.
Okay.
Illuminating 60 feet up for me as far as I can so they can see high up.
Okay. Alright. So, you guys above now, Chomper and Salix kind of see this small glow appear at the bottom of this chasm.
Is there a way out, Luffy? Do you see anything?
Can I roll for perception?
Yeah.
It's nat 6. Hold on. That's going to be an 8.
So with an 8, you basically see the same thing. With an 8, I will tell you a little bit more because it's not an at 1. You look around for along this chasm, like these walls.
Do I roll with advantage since it's lit up?
Yeah, I will actually let you roll with advantage.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
still going to be an 8.
So you kind of look around, and now because it's lit up, what you see on the chasm walls is like just pockets. I mean, it's speckled with them. They're everywhere. There is so many openings for these spiders, and it looks like only a handful of these openings have spiders emerging out of them, but what you can hear now is the hissing, like distant hissing kind of what would be spiders eventually coming. Again, you turn around and kind of see that small cave that's behind. Like I said, it would literally probably take a great deal of effort for 2 people in water to try to get up into that cave entrance. it probably is impossible. But right now, you guys are in water, surrounded by all these pockets.
Can we see
So-
the spider or like the pockets at least now from up there?
No.
No, we still can't see anything. It's still dark.
Literally, all you can see is basically this small light that's down in this darkness, and then it goes back to darkness in the middle, and basically just starts illuminating back at the top with the sunlight.
So I'm gonna radio to Luke.
He's on the
Luffy
radio,
or
which is
Ace.
Guys, I have a better idea. Luffy, go underwater. I'm gonna tie one of my grenades to this boomerang, and I'm gonna throw it up there. But you gotta be under the water so we don't get hit by it.
Okay, but first of all, I'm gonna say
No,
you're
no.
doing very good at swimming and cast Bardic Inspiration on you.
I appreciate this.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nice.
So that gives you.
So I take this grenade, and I tie it to this boomerang, and I'm gonna throw that bitch up there.
nice. Where do you throw it?
Just up.
Oh my!
You know, I'm gonna tie the grenade to the boomerang, pull the pin on that bad boy, I'm gonna cook her for a second, I'm gonna just yeet it.
Ace, how many grenades do you have left?
2, baby.
Maybe we should save those for bigger monsters.
Nah,
No, fuck it.
I have Breath of Fire I can use if I come down there.
No, we're blowing stuff up right now.
Hey, I guess. Yeah.
Luffy,
alright.
take cover.
That could be a bad idea.
Well,
'cause
first
then
I
it
gotta
could
roll
be-
my d6 because it gives you plus whatever my d6 is to whatever you roll.
That's
No.
2.
2.
You get a +2.
5.
That's a 5.
Nailed it.
So with a 7.
I'm an explosives expert. Get ready for this one, boys.
Ace down in this water all of a sudden pulls the pin. And
Say that to me. I went back a little bit.
Luffy, swimming next to him, begins to descend down into the water. Ace yeets this grenade up, and as he does this, it bounces along one of the walls.
I go underwater too.
As he's swimming underwater, bounces off one of the walls into a plateau and begins to plummet down back towards you guys.
Hey, Luffy, that wasn't the greatest toss, man. This might get a little dicey. We're gonna wanna
As it
hold out
begins
underwater.
to plummet down, it explodes. Just before it hits the water, along one of the cavern sides, and all of a sudden, rock starts to tumble from that side, as well as a bunch of spiders.
Hey, Luffy, just stay underwater, man. We're gonna ride this out, alright? It's getting a little shitty up
Now.
there.
We don't got no choice at this point, bud.
You guys being down in the water, I'm gonna have both of you roll a perception check.
Mine was a 12.
Okay.
Perception?
I'm assuming Ace is probably gonna fail this, but Luffy, you will probably succeed.
I am offended.
Ace is basically just swimming down because he just yeeted her grenade. And now rock is beginning to tumble into the water. Luffy, as this rock begins to tumble into the water, all of a sudden you see small lights that begin to drop into the water. And begin to swim around.
Yo, I think something's in here with us. There's some dangling lights down here.
Yeah, dude, I see that too. Look, I'm not the smartest bird in the world. You know, I was just trying to figure something out. We're gonna need some help over here, guys.
Yeah, you guys might just want to, like, jump down and, like, maybe grab my javelin.
Yeah.
Luffy,
Yeah.
can you see an exit? There's a cave,
There's
right?
a cave.
Can you guys get into the cave?
No, it's not humanly possible.
Is there a way we could get into the cave?
Yes.
Maybe with a rope.
Yeah, definitely with rope.
So if I jump down and tied your javelin with the rope on it and slammed it into the cave entrance with the rope coming down, could we get up there?
100%.
Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. You following me,
I'm coming.
Chomper?
I'm coming.
Alright.
Alright. Now, as you begin to tie a rope to a javelin, all of a sudden Luffy down in the water kind of just fantasizing over these lights as he sees them dancing around in the water. All of a sudden you take a closer look and you see these mechanical spiders with light bulbs attached to them that are swimming down in the water, and it almost looks like they are searching for something. And as Ace is now kind of swimming up towards you, they kind of notice his motion, and all of them begin to direct their path towards you.
Towards me?
Towards both of you.
Oh, hey, bud, they're freaking coming for us, man. We better do something.
Now, Both of you, I'm assuming, kind of breach water at this point now because you guys have spiders underneath of you that are coming after you.
We need to get out of the water. Luffy,
We need to do something.
right now, bud.
As this is happening, as Salix prepares a rope with javelin above, you guys breach water, kind of close to this little plateau where this cave opening is, and all of a sudden, Ace breaches water, looks up, and you see the outstretched hand of somebody reaching down to you. Grab my hand! Hurry! Now!
Okay, who are you?
He pulls you up. He says, is there anybody else in the water?
Yeah, Luffy's in there. We gotta get him out of there.
Luffy breaches water immediately,
What the fuck's happening?
grabs a hold of you, and pulls you up, and kind of looks at both of you and says, now quickly, is there anybody else with you?
Yeah, they're on top though.
They're gonna have to jump unless they want to stay up there.
Boys, you gotta get down here quick.
So I'm gonna jump.
Jump into my javelin!
I'm jumping, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for his javelin.
We know exactly where it's like.
You do.
I'm gonna radio to him exactly.
Hey, where was your javelin at?
It was on a shelf. In
A shelf?
Pockets. Yeah, in one of the pockets on my
Oh,
side.
okay, one of
on
the
my side.
pockets.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to jump pretty far, bud.
So,
Alright, I got it.
he kind of, Luffy kind of directs you as to where this javelin is in the wall. Salix jumps down, jumps into the water.
Luffy, how far down were you when you lost your javelin?
About 130 feet.
130.
So pretty close to the
Alright.
surface, kind of. Chomper jumps down and directs himself directly to the rock side face of one of these chasms. I'm gonna have you roll an acrobatics check to see if you just absolutely dip it.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna bet that.
Oh, you're a raccoon. That should be okay.
+2. 14, so 16.
16 with a 16 rolls. All of a sudden, you guys standing next to this stranger kind of look up and see Salix plummeting down, splash into the water. And then all of a sudden, as the Chomper jumps and almost like a flying squirrel, kind of throws his legs completely out and kind of glides towards one of these rock sides, sees the glowing javelin still glowing with arcane energy, and grabs it just barely enough to where he does not fall directly into the rock face. Plummets down into the water, and both of you swim over to the edge. Now, Chomper, you swim over to the edge. This guy outstretches his hand, pulls you up. Wow, raccoon, that's fucking nuts. And outstretches his hand to Salix. Now, Salix, roll a perception check.
18.
Oh, dude, with an 18. With an 18, you reach up, kind of in the water and not, like, fully straight away paying attention. But as you grip the hand of this person and feel the scales that are on his hand, you kind of take a look up and take in the facial features of this dragonborn that's helping you up. And you think for a moment, this is probably somebody that you know. Judging by the amount of time that you know that you've been here now, this is probably not somebody you know directly, but this is probably like one of their children or something. So, he pulls you up. Alright, follow me right now. You guys follow this stranger into this cave opening that was behind you. He kicks the cave wall, and there's a metallic ping that happens as this like flap gets activated, and this giant iron gate drops from above this cave opening and shuts it off. And as it shuts it off, these spiders begin to emerge out of the water and crash against this cave opening, and are just hissing and reaching their spider legs out to you guys and trying to shoot web at you guys, but it's getting entangled on the cave entrance, and you guys basically begin to walk with this guy. Now, as you guys walk with this guy, that was close. I don't know what you guys were doing down in that cave, but that's clearly not a good place for you guys to be. Who the hell are you guys?
Who are you?
I'm Samson. Samson Steelhead. This is
Wait.
where I live.
Did you say Steelhead?
Yeah.
Slade Steelhead?
Yeah, Slade Steelhead. He used to work for the Horde.
He was one of my best friends in the Horde.
Samson.
Who are you? You're his son?
Samson narrows his eyes and says, yeah, I'm not his son. He's actually my grandfather.
He's your grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the Horde with him too.
Really?
Yeah. One of my great comrades. The only one to listen to me.
So you guys worked together on missions?
Kind of, until I left the Horde.
Why did you leave? You guys are just kind of saying this as you guys are walking through this cavern. And you guys can see, actually, now that you guys are walking through this cavern, that there's actually, like, torches and stuff in there, so you guys can see where you're going.
Okay. Yeah, I left the Horde because it took a turn for the worse, and I did not want to be part of it. Your grandfather's the only person who listened to it.
So all of a sudden, as you're saying this, Samson kind of stops and turns, and you can see he's, like, thinking for a second, and he says, wait. The Horde's been abolished for at least, like, 60 years.
No,
There's no way that you could work for the Horde. You would be dead by now.
Well, I was in a spaceship for a long time that slowed my body from aging. That's how I got here.
Ocarias Hope?
Yeah, Ocarias Hope.
That's the spaceship you guys were on?
Yeah,
You guys came from Ocaria?
Yeah.
Yes. Shut up, Raccoon. I'm talking with this guy.
Yeah, you heard
He's
him.
talking to us all.
No, he wasn't. He talking to his freaking friends.
So, how long have you guys been here?
Well, this tree we killed said 150 years, but that's all the information I know. And that was just from one guy, so I can't say for certain.
There's a lot I have got to tell you. I think it'd probably be better if we just get back to the village and I'll tell you.
Sounds good, brother.
So you guys turn and begin following him once again. And as you guys continue to follow, you guys walk for quite a while. He's leading you guys through this cave, following through twists and turns, and there's pathways where it splits off into like 3 different places, and without him, it would have been impossible for you guys to realize where you guys were going. As you guys continue to walk, you finally emerge out of the opening of a cave, and he kind of turns to you guys and says, "We're here. I guess, yeah, if you guys are kind of traveling right now, I guess you guys can stay here. This is Titan Forge." So, yeah, Titan Forge is basically where I call home. As he turns, you guys can kind of see this giant village behind him that's just been set in this cave. There's settlements that are everywhere. There's a couple of forges and like mining operations that are set up next to the cave and along like that wall where this cave is that you guys emerged from. There is people walking everywhere. And from what you guys can see, there are 3 like tall towers that are stationed in this giant like cave, essentially where the settlement's stationed. And you can see that there is 3 dwarves stationed up at the top of these towers, kind of keeping guard. And then beyond that, you guys can see 2 statues, tall statues that are off in the distance.
So this is where you call home?
Yeah, like I said, this is Titan Forge. I've been staying here for quite a while. I guess before we go any further, I'm from Ocaria too.
Do you want to kind of explain what this place is?
Yeah, I think we should probably. You guys need a drink?
I'm thirsty.
After finding people from
tired.
Ocaria, I could probably use a tall glass of ale. So follow me, and you guys begin to walk. Just pretty much to the left of this cave opening. You guys begin following him, and he leads you to this building that's just to the left of this cave opening, and you guys can see a giant neon sign of a dragon outside of it, and the name of this place is called the Brass Dragon. He walks through the door, and as he walks through the door, you guys can see people bustling around in this tavern-like setting. Basically, there is a bunch of different stuff along the walls, like what would be the inside of like an Applebee's, just random shit stapled to the wall. That is what the Brass Dragon is. But amongst all of this shit, you guys can see what looks to be like 2 people giving the Predator handshake, basically. And it says peace between Ocarians and Delphinians. So you guys walk through, basically find an open table and sit down, and there is a barmaid that walks up to you guys and says, "Oh, how you doing, Samson? Anything to drink for you today?" And he looks up and says, yeah, I'll take a glass of your guys' finest ale. And get each of these guys a glass of your finest ale, too, on me. And including the raccoon. Maybe the smaller glass, though.
I'll take the tall one.
He'll take his in a bowl.
Barmaid chuckles kinda and says, okay, and walks away. Now Samson turns back and says, so, as I said, there's a lot I need to tell you guys. The mission that I understood that you guys left Ocaria for was to figure out if the Delphians actually had any part with the asteroid impact that killed about half of our planet, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah? Forward. Here.
You guys were volunteered, recruited, whatever the fuck, for the Invisible Hand Corporation, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Something happened with the asteroid a long time ago. My dad, when he was just a small boy, obviously my grandfather, Slade, took him at some point back on Ocaria when he wasn't working for the Horde. Took my dad to go see basically the asteroid. The asteroid got turned into basically like this exhibit where people could go and look at it. Kind of almost like a remembrance of the survivors that made it. On the day that he took my dad there, something happened with the asteroid. It separated, and I understand that the Invisible Hand were doing stuff to it, but as far as I knew, that they were only running like experiments and stuff. Anyway, this asteroid separated, and inside of it was a giant ball of some kind of arcane energy that literally started sucking the life out of Ocaria. All of a sudden, resources weren't naturally reoccurring. All of a sudden, it had the effect of like an EMP. All of our technology just failed. We were basically shunned back into like medieval times without the ability to basically grow food. It completely stopped crops from growing. It completely stopped everything. And at this point, we had some people show up to Ocaria. I don't know if you guys know who the Clockworkers are.
Never heard of them. Well, the tree told us about them, but other than that,
We don't know.
You guys talked to the tree up in the canyon?
Yeah, we
talked. We talked to him.
We talked.
That's Oliver, yeah, he's one of my buddies.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You should probably go check on him soon, you know?
I'll have to. I pay visits to him, but I mean, they're few and far between.
That's
but
good for stuff, and yeah. Can you tell us more about those clock people?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so the Clockworkers started here on Delphia. What they were was basically the face of the Industrial Revolution here. They're basically led by this guy. He remains anonymous. There's very few people that know who the hell this guy is, but he is the one that basically funds and builds all of these machines that have basically revolutionized Delphia, or at least we thought. Before long, these machines ended up being used for bad intentions, and whoever this guy is began using them to basically rally up people into cities and turn them essentially into like concentration camps for those that weren't willing to sacrifice their bodies and relinquish their bodies to be transformed into like androids.
That explains the robot spiders.
So, what you guys seen down in that cavern, those spiders, that is his reach bleeding into this canyon. Which is not a surprise after this point. This revolution started probably about 100 years ago.
So, are you telling me Slade is dead?
Yeah, Slade is dead.
God, no! Not Slade!
He,
How'd he die?
So these clockworkers,
Son of a bitch.
they made their way here to Ocaria and basically lent their helping hand because, like I said, we were shunned back into medieval times. Their solution for that was shipping all of us back here to Delphia. And using our planet for resources and basically sucking it dry. As far as you guys know, or probably don't know at this point, is Ocaria's gone.
The whole planet?
Yeah.
There's no survivors. Nothing.
So what the Clockworkers did
Where's
is
everybody at?
they drilled into the center of Ocaria. And as they were doing this, they shipped everybody from Ocaria back here onto Delphia. A lot of them were used and basically enslaved. As put in basically these giant factories that the Clockworkers are using to make these machines and mechas. After everybody was gone, they finally reached the center of Ocaria, which, as some of you guys may not know, each one of our planets, it has a center made of divine arcane energy. This is basically the energy that makes crops able to grow. This is the energy that makes us who we are. This is what the Clockworkers are after. They drilled into the center of it and basically chipped away at this giant orb of energy and put it into vessels and shipped it back here. And as far as what I know, each one of these machines has a small piece of that energy, and that is essentially what runs them.
Don't we have one of them?
Possibly. You might.
Can I pull it out and be like, yo, is this like one of them? Yeah, for sure.
So as you begin to like shuffle in your bag after hearing that, the barmaid shows up and says, "Okay, I got some ales here. Distributes them all to you." And she kind of gives a wink over to Samson and says, "And I got something special too, honey. So there you go." And you see a small shot of like some bubbling purple liquid, and he kind of throws her a finger gun and says, "Thanks, doll." And she walks away, and he throws back this small shot and begins to drink on his ale. And as he does this, you pull out this orb of energy. He spits his ale everywhere and says, What the fuck are you doing with that? That's...
We found it, and we think it came from one of our drilling machines.
That was in one of your guys' drilling machines?
Yeah, in one of our ships.
What is it?
Yeah.
That's the energy. That's what the Clockworkers are harvesting.
So what does that mean?
Yeah,
That means we had some of it already. Because it was in our machine.
What do we do with it?
Yeah.
Can we use this for anything now?
Well, we do have one more thing to show you.
What's that?
We need a computer for it. Ace, show
I
me
have
what-
this little chip, but I think it's broke. Do you have anything to fix it?
You guys have...
It's like a little USB thing.
We need a computer.
You pull it out and you hand it to him, and he looks at it. Yeah, this is just a hard drive. You guys need...
Yeah, can you open it?
Yeah, I could probably...
Let's go check it out.
Well, let's finish our ales. Let's go check it out.
I'm back, boys.
You guys all clink your glasses together, throw back your ales, and you all stand up. He walks over, the Samson walks over to the bar and hands the girl basically a cup of gold in exchange for the ales. And you see her lean in and kind of whisper something to him. And he kind of takes a look back at you guys and then looks back at this barmaid and begins to talk to her again. And then they both end up just exchanging head nods and then just kind of wave, and he walks back out with you guys. And that is where we're going to end our episode. This has been Great Lakes D&D. I am Devin, your Dungeon Master, with
Joel, who plays Chopper.
This is Shaggy. I play Ace.
Mason, and I play Luffy.
Josh as Salix.
and that was episode number 3. We will see you guys pretty soon here for episode number 4. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, let us know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Always comment.
Please. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you and goodbye.
Peace.